welcome to the vlog. I'm at Animal Kingdom and we're about to go to the safari. We're gonna see some animals. I don't know the name, it's like some African name. It's like 5 minutes and we're about to go now. We're excited to go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get notified the next time I post another video. Alright, we're going.
What is that? Is that Swahili? No, wait, you don't, I know that's a speaker. I'm asking if you recognize.
No, I don't even recognize.
Alright, we're walking. It's hot, but at least we're in the shade.
A nighttime safari is very different from a daytime safari. A number of animals appear.
I'm gonna try to film. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, that's the bird.
Oh, that's the bird.
We saw a show earlier today, and they had that bird. That bird. The bird was in the show. With my family.
Next, we start unloading our strollers. Strollers will be parked right over here.
So we had a stroller, so we had to drop it off. We're about to go. Safari.
All the way over to that left-hand side for your entire. But if it does not look like everything, after your safari guide, we had it on the life reserve today. Now that we're moving, just a couple of safety reminders for you. Please make sure you see hands are relatives of the giraffe. We know that because of their long prehensile tongues. They use them to help strip leaves off of trees and branches when they eat, just like giraffes do.
Oh my god.
Now, all of the kudu and the bongos that we just saw were female, but we know that for a couple of different reasons, because if you notice, the bongos have horns, the kudu did not. So the kudu today, but you probably wouldn't know it by looking at them. And then up to the left, there is a smaller rhino species native to Africa. They get up to about 3,000 pounds. Everything is positioned high up on their heads. That way, if they need to come up for air, they only have to lift the very tip of their nose up out of the water. The rest of they fully submerged, just like they like it. Now, these large gray birds you might be able to see over on the right are pink-backed pelicans. And they get their name from, as you can probably guess, pink feathers on their backs. But during the mating season, their cheeks and the tops of their bills are going to turn a bright pink color as well, almost like they're blushing. Now, on the left, it does look like there is at least one hippo swimming our way. Be able to see some more. Stop here for just a second. Which sounds like a lot. And every now and then, they're going to put those eggs in their mouths and roll them around a little bit. That'll help soften the shells so that when it comes time for those baby crocodiles to hatch, they'll have a little bit of a bit easier for them out here. Now, it looks like we've got a couple different things here on our right. So the larger dark brown antelope, a little bit closer to us, are sable antelope. And if you recognize them, it's maybe because they're the emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Now, those beautiful horns of theirs are not just for show. They're incredibly territorial. They will defend themselves and other members of the herd as necessary, which is pretty special. They're always going to be found in very small, tight-knit herds like the one we see here, never too far from one another. Now, those smaller tan antelope are springbok, and they are one of the fastest land animals on Earth. They can move close to 60 miles per hour. They get their name from their ability to jump about 13 feet at a time, in a behavior called pronking. And it's actually when they're pronking like that that they're able to reach those top speeds. So as you can imagine, it is quite impressive. Now, it looks like over on the left there are some African painted dogs napping at the moment. They're going to be the most active in the early morning and then the evening related to domestic dogs and wolves, but they come from a different branch of the canine family tree. One of the reasons
I don't know what that is.
Say that again, I'm sorry. Now, our series of their lives. That also helps ensure that they'll only ever nurse from fur. In Southeast Asia is going to be by the shape solitary, or they'll live in very small, 15,000 pounds. But despite their massive size, elephants are avid beasts. And believe it or not, that's something that was very helpful for us to learn, because farmers in Africa have discovered that by putting beehives on the perimeters of their fields, they can deter the elephants from wanting to cross that barrier. So to keep them from trampling or eating the farmers' crops, it preserves their livelihood, but it also keeps those elephants from being seen as a local nuisance, which is really vital to their conservation efforts. And I love to talk about that in particular because to me, it showcases how simple some of these conservation, some of that clay. Bachelor herds feed you things in your entire body. On the left here, these are greater flamingos. They are the largest species of flamingo. They're also the lightest color pink. And I am going to stop. These are white rhinos. They are the larger rhino species in Africa. They get up to about 5,000 pounds. So see, they keep pricking their ears our direction. They're kind of alternating between us and the truck behind us. And that's how we know that they are keeping tabs on 200 yards or so. Uses up a map. These dark brown antelope are water buck. They get their name because they secrete an oily liquid from their coats. That's going to make them almost completely waterproof. You'll never find them too far from a water source either. They drink an unusually large amount compared to other antelope their size. Their tusks and their front feet to dig their homes. They're quite efficient. There's 3 of them. They look like a pile of hairy rocks right by that tree in the middle. But despite how efficient they are, they will just use burrows left behind by other animals if they're available. They won't dig new ones unless they have to. You'll be able to see the ostriches again over on our right. Each person stand on top of one without causing them any damage, and that is of course so that the ostriches don't cause them any damage. And they'll share their nests as well, which is kind of unusual. They'll put the dominant female's eggs in the center, and then they'll pile everybody else's around hers. That'll make them a little bit easier to keep track of and protect.
Oh my goodness. This is
As we go around the warden's outpost up ahead here, you may see that we do have some friends down in the yard. These are Nigerian dwarf goats.
ooh.
They are a very small breed of dairy goat. This is as big as they're going to get, but their small size makes them a little bit easier to keep and maintain than some of the other dairy goat breeds, which makes them a common choice in Africa because they don't require quite with one another. The only domesticated animals that we have
I'm
here
gonna
on
have
the
to end the
reserve.
vlog here. It's too much
But
of a
with that,
film.
we have reached the end of our safari.
I'll catch y'all
We're
in
making
the
our way
next-
through these gates. That does mean that we're heading off of the reserve. Really amazing animals out here today.